Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer neuen Folge von Star Trek Resurgence. Ja, in der letzten Folge haben wir ja den Wächter der Tkon zu uns aufs Schiff geholt gehabt, haben zum Schluss der Folge festgestellt, dass Tkon Technologie noch bei uns wahrscheinlich im Maschinenraum ist und dementsprechend muss noch ein Tkon auf dem Schiff sein, der sich bei uns versteckt, weil Tkon Technologie funktioniert nicht ohne Tkons, ne? Jetzt müssen wir erstmal rausfinden, ob es wirklich da ist, wer der Verräter ist und vor allem, wo genau, was für ein Störsignalapparat sich befindet. Auf geht's. Und schön, dass du wieder mit dabei bist. Der gute alte Tricorder.
There's a lot of noise in here. I should scan the device putting out the most radiation to filter it out.
Erstmal was gucken, ob hier in der Nähe gleich was ist. Nö. Das Ding piept ja eigentlich meistens, wenn man irgendwo hingeht, ne?
That's better. Most other radiation sources in here are well contained. There's definitely tetrametric radiation nearby. But even with the gain boosted, it's getting drowned out by other sources of radiation in here.
Okay, müssen wir noch weiter suchen. Das sind anscheinend nicht diese Strahlen, die wir suchen. Es sind nicht die Strahlen, die ihr sucht. So wie komisch hier mit dem Ding durch die Kante zu laufen. Warte, hier ist irgendwas. Irgendwie, es wird lauter, lauter, lauter. Na? Ja, genau, hier, ja. Ja. Hier, irgendwo. Die andere Seite vom Gerät vielleicht. Aber es war doch hier jetzt irgendwie. Jetzt doch reagiert. Hä? Zeigt das schon maximal an. Was ist denn, wo denn wieder was denn? Vielleicht weiter oben war. Können wir irgendwo noch hochgehen? Ich will nicht runter, ich will hoch. Kannst du schneller laufen oder ist es im Maschinenraum Schnelllaufen verboten? Oh, was ist da denn los?
A little bit of harmless radiation leakage here, but enough to mask the tetrametric pulses. Easy enough to cancel out. There's still something drowning out the tetrametric radiation. I need to find it so I could filter it out as well.
Okay. Also nicht die Strahlung, die wir suchen. Jetzt müssen wir wirklich runter. Wir gehen einfach mal runter. Kann ich runter? Darf ich runter? Nee, darf ich nicht, wa? War das von auch schon hier? Von gar nicht so aufgefallen.
Jeffrey's tubes thump harmonics from all over the ship. I'll filter that out. There we go. I'm getting a clear tetrametric signal now.
Soll ich das jetzt nochmal wechseln hier? Nö. Geht ja auch gar nicht. Scan geht auch nicht nochmal. Da rein dürfen wir auch nicht. Was haben wir gescannt? Ach, guck mal, da hinten ist noch was. Taucht das jetzt immer nach und nach erst auf oder habe ich das von auch übersehen? Guck mal, das sieht doch schon kristallin aus.
Found it.
Excuse me. Do you belong here? Commander Rydek. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was you.
Paul. Calloway, right?
Yes. You know, it means a lot that you remembered. What, are you doing back here? I don't mean to pry, but first officers don't usually go digging around engineering compartments.
I was looking for you.
Under the console?
Dropped my tricorder. But I do need your help. Have you seen anyone else in here recently that might seem out of the ordinary? Maybe someone who doesn't work in engineering.
Not that I can think of, but I can ask around. I'm here almost all the time, but maybe someone else noticed something?
That would be great. Just be discreet about it. I don't want anyone to be alarmed.
Discretion is my specialty.
Aha.
Well, I'll leave you alone already. Oh, come to think of it, that Hotari woman was down here earlier with Dr. Duvall finishing the last of the bioscans.
Tylus?
That would be out of the ordinary, right?
Thank you.
Mhm.
Maybe Tylus saw something.
Vielleicht war sie es ja auch mittlerweile. Da, Verräterin. Was geht hier ab?
Tylus, can I speak to you for a moment?
Of course. Is something wrong?
There's something happening. I may need your help.
Macht das Schild auch Schallschutz oder was?
How can I help?
When you were in engineering with Dr. Duvall, did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Or anyone?
Not particularly. Why?
I found this, hidden in a compartment down there.
That's Tkon Technologie. Does that mean there's a scion on board? But Dr. Duvall bioscanned everyone. Every deck, every crew member, I've seen the logs. She couldn't have been more thorough.
Wir müssen jeden Kontakt. Hat sich vielleicht jemand entzogen?
Someone evaded detection and planted that device.
Which would mean they've been with us this whole time. Watching, listening.
All the more reason why we have to find them.
It could be anyone.
That includes both of us.
You want me to get scanned? Better to know for sure, right? I'll admit, I was around the scions as much as anybody.
Ja, Safety first. Ja, ich vertraue ihr, aber ich würde sie trotzdem scannen wollen.
I would feel more comfortable if you did.
I understand.
Clear.
Now it's your turn.
Jo.
Sure.
Clear.
Don't sound so surprised.
You spend plenty of time with the scions as well. You never know.
Let's get to it. The search starts in engineering. Whoever planted the device most likely did it within the last few
Können wir
hours.
nicht das ganze Schiff einfach
So I'll
scannen?
start by running a scan, tracking everyone who came through engineering over the last day, in reverse order.
This could take forever to sort through the number of people that were in engineering.
Wir fangen mit dem Nicht-Maschinenraum-Personal an.
People who don't work in engineering.
That helps.
Okay.
I'll filter out the duplicates.
Now this is manageable.
Und die Delegation der Hotari.
Cross-referencing this list with everyone who's traveled to Hotari. Let's see who's left. No, this can't be right.
Klar könnte das sein.
Of the people
Das ist
that
doch-
went to Hotari and visited engineering, it could only have been Captain Solano.
Ja, man versucht aber auch immer hochrangige Personen zu infiltrieren.
Which would have been the perfect opportunity. And no one would question him. He's the captain.
Ja, es ist ein logisches Ziel der Tkon, sag ich doch.
He fits the profile for the kind of people the Tkon want to bioform. People with authority that can lead to them gaining more control.
Like Galvin, the Queen?
The captain of a Federation starship.
Mhm, sinnvoll.
What happened when Dr. Duval bioscanned Captain Solano?
That's just it. She never did.
How is that possible?
Something more urgent would always come up. There was nothing she could do. But performing a bioscan is the only way to be absolutely sure.
That's not going to be easy. First thing I need to do is get this device to Portal.
Be careful. And good luck.
I'll need it.
Ja, aber ist das sinnvoll? Ich infiltriere doch lieber den Captain anstatt den Kirchenchef. Weißt du?
Interference is gone. I have located Galvin's ship more precisely. He's in the Usonia system.
So then it worked.
This whole region was one of the most sacred for the ancient Tkon. What many consider the birthplace of our civilization. See these comets and planetoids in the outer orbits? Based on their current trajectory, that's Galvin's destination. And legend tells us it's the location of what was once our largest arsenal. Not that we needed it in the late stages of the Empire, but it was there as a precaution nonetheless.
Welche Art von Waffen?
What kind of weapons are in this arsenal?
It's difficult to know what would have survived from the time of the Empire, but be assured that the damage they have done so far by altering your current technology will be minuscule compared to proper Tkonian
Hört sich trotzdem mies an, ja?
If Galvin and the other Scions secure the arsenal, they will become extremely dangerous. My people had such power at the height of the Empire. The Tkon were as gods, keeping absolute control over countless worlds. I must speak with them directly. However, the presence of this device is worrying. It's highly likely it was placed here by a Scion hidden among your crew, and it is unlikely this interference device was the Scion saboteur's only trap. If we reach Galvin and the saboteur cripples your ship, we will be at their mercy. Even my powers will not be able to protect us. Do you know who it is? They may well do more damage if left alone. Time is not on your side.
I'm fairly convinced they bioformed Captain Solano.
I knew there was a reason I didn't like him. That explains it. Bioforming was so rare in the time of the Empire that I am not able to detect if it has taken place. Proof of your claim is something you will have to produce yourself.
Then we have to bioscan him. I'll talk to Dr. Duval.
Alle durchscannen. Kann man nicht das Schiff, die Schiffssensoren unprogrammieren, damit die alle scannen?
I never imagined this was what was wrong.
I wouldn't be asking you if there was any other possibility.
It would explain why Solano has been too busy for a bioscan lately.
As the ship's doctor, you have the authority to declare him unfit to serve.
If you're right, this is the worst case scenario. Challenging your own captain is a tall order. Are you sure you're prepared for this? If you fail, that's it. The end of your career. Maybe your life.
I am. I have to be.
Good. You know what this is going to take.
Na, auf jeden Fall nicht.
I'm in.
Tadam.
We can't pull this off with just the two of us. I technically have the authority to make Solano undergo a scan, but in reality, he can and will refuse to do it. We need at least another member of the senior staff to support your claim, or this could all blow up in our faces. You better think long and hard about who you can trust.
Boah, was soll ich denn das wissen? Vielleicht unseren Mechaniker, der auf dem Schiff ist? Vergossenes Blut. War aber ein kurzer Sprung, du.
Down to one reactor. Thought we'd be stopped dead. At least stuck at impulse power.
The Tkon enhancements must be able to brute force limited bursts of warp output.
Yeah, but they won't get to wherever they were headed at this rate. They're just limping along now.
So where does that put us?
Maybe I can answer that.
Okay, habe ich auch meinen Tricorder dabei? Darf ich nicht benutzen? War, naja, toll. War ja klar. Jetzt, wo ich mal die Technologie brauche, kriege ich sie nicht. Warte, ich will gucken. Gibt's hier irgendwas? Oh, was ist denn hier los? Oh mein Gott, ich kann nicht... Doch, ich kann durch. Ich wollte gerade sagen, ich kann mich nicht docken. Na toll, ich dachte, hier gibt's irgendwas Tolles. Dann gucken wir uns das mal an. Ja, das sieht alles sehr aufschlussreich aus und ich drücke einfach mal da.
I got the ship's heading.
They've changed course. Drastically.
Looks like they're headed here. Resurgence system. They might stop there.
Can we use the Zeldi's comms to signal your fleet?
Comm systems are locked.
Grab hold!
Ich...
The inertial dampeners can barely keep up. If they keep forcing this ship to make these short warp jumps, they're going to tear it apart.
Zeldi is still made by Lydian hands, despite all this Tkon corruption. We'll hold it.
We just gotta
Okay.
stay safe until
Wenn er sich da so sicher ist. Das wäre jetzt so richtig typisch. Spielt an ihrem Handy und spielt, keine Ahnung, Pong.
Your people. Is there somewhere you go when you die?
Life after death? No. On my homeworld, some people think they can cheat death in a way by joining with the Trill symbiont. But that's not a life to me.
What about you? Is there another plane of existence for you? With every passing battle, as I get older.
Ich sage, ich glaube nicht an ein Leben nach dem Tod, aber man kann es auch nicht wissen. Ich bin persönlich, ich glaube nicht an Gott, aber das ist ja, steht ja jedem frei, ne? Da will ich auch keinem reinreden. Aber für die Menschheit ist es halt schwierig zu denken, es ist einfach vorbei. Das ist genauso wie, dass die Menschheit sich nicht vorstellen kann, dass das Universum unendlich sein könnte. Weil eine Unendlichkeit ist viel zu riesig, weil Menschen leben ja in, ich sag mal so, wir schaffen uns ja immer unsere eigenen Grenzen, wie zum Beispiel deine Wohnung hat ihre Wände und da ist diese Wohnung auch zu Ende. Ein Land hat auch ein Ende, ne? Die Erde hat auch bloß begrenzte Fläche, also der Mensch denkt immer begrenzt. Boah, ich sag einfach, man kann es nicht wissen. Woher soll man es auch wissen? Solange wie man es nicht selber erlebt hat.
There's just no way for us to know what happens after we die.
Really?
Maybe there's something more, maybe not. But I can't discount the possibility. You can't prove a negative.
Then maybe you can understand this. My people have a special journey. When Lydians died, we rejoin our comrades, family, and ancestors.
On the parade grounds of Cirella?
That is just one part of it, but yes. Death is not the end for us. So, even if some part of Itasca remains, by letting the Tkon use her body, at best we are delaying the inevitable next step for her. At worst, we are leaving her as a prisoner in her own mind. You want to save the transformed. So do I.
Now that I've seen it happen, does it make me a hypocrite to say he has a point? What if we can't get them back? We can't leave them like that, right?
I think Itasca would want to be released. To think of what she could be going through right now. It's a torturous idea.
I know it's awful to think about, but if they're still alive, we can still try to help them. We lose that option once they're dead.
I had a sister, a twin. It's very rare among the Trill.
You never told me that.
She was one of the youngest hosts to ever join with the symbiont. A sentient creature that lives in our body. It's considered a great honor. The symbiont can bring centuries of knowledge and wisdom to the host. But sometimes, the symbiont personality suppresses the host entirely.
Das ist
My
scheiße.
sister was the closest person in the world to me. I knew she would be different after joining.
Wie bei den Goa'uld eigentlich,
She drew more
wenn die
and more
Larven ausgewachsen sind.
The room we shared growing up was foreign to the both of us. And eventually she, or whoever she'd become, cut me out entirely. So I left for Starfleet and swore I'd never go back. I couldn't stand the thought of seeing her. Someone who looked like my sister. Sounded like her.
So, losing Miranda like this, it opened an old wound.
Never really closed up in the first place.
You remind me of Itasca.
I do.
Bonds are not made by what runs through your veins, but the blood you spill together. Itasca was my family in that way. I want you to know there is nothing I won't sacrifice to win this fight.
Gut zu wissen.
But if we're lucky enough to survive, I'd be honored if you'd count me as one of your tribe. As Itasca was.
Even a couple of engineers like us.
You are many things.
I don't need to wait that long. We've bled together. No one else will know what we've been through. That makes us a tribe. Right here.
I'll take that.
Will they not cease this madness?
What is this place?
Is that the Veskar?
Another one of yours?
Not anymore. They've corrupted it. Just like the Zeldi.
Now there are two ships. Did this just get better or worse?
It certainly doesn't bode well for the crew of the Veskar. So many lives stolen.
Definitiv hat sich die Situation etwas verschlechtert, würde ich meinen. So ein Mist.
It's worse. This is definitely worse.
Thanks. That really helped.
Ja, ich weiß.
This doesn't look like the Ophelia. What are they doing here?
You don't think they're just meeting their buddies?
Maybe, but then why are their buddies here?
Vielleicht wollen sie können.
For transfer. The storm. It's back. What happened?
Hold on. Scanning. Tetrametric radiation is dropping. The Zeldi's dropped to minimal power levels.
It's running off just the one warp core now.
That means
They've sent the Cartabula to that other ship.
Ah, es könnte sein. Mal 3 auf der Resolute. Ja, aber die Meuterei, das schauen wir uns in der nächsten Folge von Star Trek Resurgence an. Wenn es euch gefallen hat, dann lasst mir doch einen Daumen nach oben und ein Abo da, wenn ihr es nicht schon gemacht habt. Dann verpasst ihr natürlich keine zukünftigen Folgen mehr und ihr unterstützt mich und meinen Kanal. Haut rein, bis zum nächsten Mal.